Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. Michael Darcy, your host here as always. And tonight I'm going to break down the Kansas City Chiefs' victory in Super Bowl 58. Ladies and gentlemen of the Chiefs Kingdom, your Kansas City Chiefs just beat the San Francisco 49ers in overtime in Super Bowl 58 by the final score of 25-22. Patrick Mahomes finds Mecole Hardman in the corner of the end zone with 6 seconds left in overtime, and the Kansas City Chiefs become the first team since the New England Patriots in 2003 and 2004 to win back-to-back Super Bowl championships. And Patrick Mahomes gets his third ring in 5 seasons, and he's 28 years old. And this was by far not only the best Super Bowl the Chiefs have won, but the best football game I have seen in my lifetime. The amount of highs and lows and the amount of times that I thought we had this game both won and lost is something that I will never forget. And the Kansas City Chiefs found a way to get it done. They found a way to prevail against all odds, and they're Super Bowl champions in Las Vegas. And man, they just won a Super Bowl in the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium. What a time to be alive. The Kansas City Chiefs just established a dynasty. By winning this game, by beating the 49ers, they just established an NFL dynasty. They are one of the greatest teams in NFL history, and they've got a chance to win back-to-back Super Bowls for the first time in NFL history if they can get this thing done next year. But man, what an incredible win. What a gutsy performance by the defense to show up and show out in this game. The Chiefs win yet another Super Bowl when they're trailing by double digits. Patrick Mahomes went into the half. The Chiefs were trailing 10-3. And man, this offense couldn't do anything in the first half. The offense was really struggling. The 49ers defense, to their credit, knew exactly what to do. They kept Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. They stopped Isaiah Pacheco from running the football. And the Chiefs were not able to do anything offensively, and it left this team frustrated. The offense had to have, some calming down. I know everybody's talking about that play on the sideline where Travis Kelce bumps Andy Reid, and, there was kind of a little bit of a scuffle, but they were able to overcome that and have a great fourth quarter and overtime to push themselves over the edge. And the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. And man, sometimes it's just your year, and you know it by the way the ball bounces in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs got a few costly turnovers by the 49ers that altered the course of this game. On the opening drive, Christian McCaffrey, who had not fumbled the ball since, I believe, the regular season, early on in the regular season, he fumbled from the very start. And it had me feeling, okay, the Chiefs are about to go down this field and score and go up in the Super Bowl. That is not what happened. The Chiefs struggled, but the turnovers that they were able to capitalize on later in this game proved to be costly. There was a punt by Tommy Townsend of the Chiefs, and it ended up deflecting off of a 49ers player's foot, and then the return man bobbled the ball. It was recovered by the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were able to capitalize. Patrick Mahomes found Marquez Valdes-Scantling in the end zone, and he got the touchdown untouched, and it put the Chiefs up 13-10. And from that point on, you felt okay. You felt like, okay, the Chiefs were battling, and they finally were able to take the lead. But this game, like every Chiefs game came down to the very end. And, the Niners came back and scored another touchdown to go up by 4. But the biggest play in this game, in my opinion, was the San Francisco 49ers kicker, Moody. He missed the extra point. It got blocked by the Chiefs, and it made the Niners only up 3 after a touchdown. That was the biggest play in this game. If the Chiefs don't block that extra point, they don't win. Because late in the fourth quarter, when the Chiefs were down 3 and they were driving, Patrick Mahomes found Travis Kelce, and he turned on the burners, and he got to about the 5-yard line, and the Chiefs had to settle for that field goal. But guess what? If the 49ers were able to kick that extra point, they would have been up by 4. They were not able to do that, and the Chiefs had life. Harrison Butker was money all game long. In fact, at one point, he kicked what was the longest kick in Super Bowl history. He nailed one from 57 yards out, and you don't win this game without Harrison Butker being the best kicker on the planet and making every single attempt that was given in his way. Like, Harrison Butker, in my opinion, probably should have been the MVP of this game. You do not win Super Bowl 58 without Harrison Butker being clutch. But Patrick Mahomes, like he's done time after time after time in the Super Bowl, found a way to get it done. It wasn't easy. It was an absolute dogfight from start to finish. This 49ers pass rush with Nick Bosa and Chase Young and Javon Hargrave, they got to him. They made his life a living hell, but yet again, Patrick Mahomes will not die. It takes 4 quarters of flawless football to take down Patrick Mahomes, and the 49ers were not able to do that. He had a couple plays in this game that really cemented his legacy as the greatest quarterback we've ever seen play this game, and I don't care. I'll say it right now. The drive that he had late in the fourth quarter and the drive that he had in overtime to win this game is what legends are made of. It's the type of drive that I will tell my children and my children's children about in 50 years. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen, and it capped off the best Super Bowl ever. That was the best Super Bowl I have ever seen, and the Kansas City Chiefs were on the winning side. What a time to be alive. The Kansas City Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. They found a way to get it done. This wasn't easy, and I just find it so incredibly sweet that the guys in this game that won this game for the Kansas City Chiefs were the most unlikely heroes possible. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, the guy that dropped countless passes this year, caught a touchdown. Playoff MVS shows up again. And then Mecole Hardman, who is not on this roster to start the season. Brett Veach trades for him from the New York Jets. He comes in this game having fumbled the ball in the divisional round against the Buffalo Bills. He catches the game-winning touchdown to give the Chiefs a championship. You cannot write this story any better, and you can't make this up. The Kansas City Chiefs are unreal. I'm starting to lose my voice. Like I said, I've never endured such an improbable game. A game that was filled with so many ups and downs and highs and lows. It just felt like, man, the Chiefs aren't going to win this game. And then a defensive stop would have you feeling good, and then the offense would stall. But the Chiefs somehow found a way to get it done. And in overtime, Fred Warner came out, won the coin toss, decided to take the ball. The Chiefs won the coin toss at the beginning of the game, and they deferred. They ended up getting the ball in the second half, not scoring, but the 49ers' choice to to take the ball first in overtime with the new overtime rules really helped this Chiefs team, because the 49ers' offense, run by Christian McCaffrey, went right down the field and kicked a field goal. And it left the Chiefs' offense knowing exactly what they needed to do to win this football game. They knew exactly how much, yardage they needed. They knew exactly what to do on third and fourth down. They knew what they had to do, and they executed at the highest level possible. And get this, there's been 2 overtime games in Super Bowl history. It was the New England Patriots versus Atlanta Falcons 28-3 comeback. And Kyle Shanahan has been on the losing side as a coach in both of those games. And man, Kyle Shanahan coached a hell of a game, but Andy Reid seemingly made the right coaching decisions when it mattered. And the guys on the Chiefs just executed when they needed to. I mean, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are the greatest tight end quarterback duo in NFL history. They proved that by winning this football game. And when it really mattered and you needed somebody to make a play, it was 15 and 87. 15 was able to get out with his legs. He had a big designed run in the fourth quarter, I believe, to get the first down, keep the chains moving. And when in a game that yards were so hard to come by, those were the plays that won this game. And 87, with Taylor Swift in attendance, caught that ball late in the fourth quarter, Like I said, he turned on the burners and he was not going to be stopped. And he got this team into the red zone, and ultimately, it's what set them up for the game-tying field goal. The Kansas City Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. They are one of the greatest teams in NFL history. They proved that by winning this football game. And listen, it was not a perfect game. The Chiefs' offense labored. They struggled beyond measure. But it didn't matter because the Chiefs' defense, like they've done all season long, showed up, showed out, and the great players that needed to be great on this defense made the plays in the right moments, coached by Steve Spagnuolo, who becomes, I believe, the first coordinator to win like 4 Super Bowls and dial up the perfect defensive game plan in all of those games. He brought the right amount of pressure. He knew when to blitz. He knew when to drop back. And the players that were on this defense made the necessary plays when they had to win the game. Chris Jones batting down not batting down passes, but he got to Brock Purdy, disrupting multiple shots to the end zone. And Trent McDuffie, how many passes did he bat down in this game? L'Jarius Sneed was great. Your linebackers really kept Christian McCaffrey in check. And overall, man, the defense stepped up and won you this game. The old adage is that defense wins championships, and this game was proof of that. The Chiefs' defense, when the offense was not able to do it, they held firm. They said, we're not going down without a fight. Chris Jones in the first half had to bring the guys around him and say, guess what, guys? Our best is not good enough right now. We're trailing. We need to step up and make plays when this offense is not executing, and that is exactly what they did. And if this is Chris Jones' final game in a Chiefs uniform, he went out a champion. He went out a freaking champion, and the Chiefs are a dynasty. Again, it's the multiple plays that went in the Chiefs' favor that really swayed the momentum in this game. It was the punt by Tommy Townsend that deflected off a 49ers player, and the return guy couldn't pick it up, and it was fallen on by the Chiefs. There was a blocked extra point, which was the difference in this game. And, the Chiefs, although they did have some problems with turning the ball over, they had a fumble of their own, Isaiah Pacheco, who really kind of struggled in the first half. And overall in this game, he didn't run the ball great. He struggled. Patrick Mahomes threw a interception to start the second half. It wasn't pretty. But what Chiefs Super Bowl has been pretty? They've just found a way to make the right plays at the right time to win these kind of games. And that's why going into this game, going into Super Bowl 58, what did I say? I said that, listen, the Niners have a great roster. They're probably the best roster in football. They've got players that are all pro littered throughout the defense, but they don't have 15. Patrick Mahomes is the ultimate equalizer in these big games, and he made the big plays when it mattered the most. And that's why he's the greatest quarterback we have ever seen play this sport. He's got 3 championships at 28 years old, and the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl in a down year. This was a down year for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they found a way to get it done. And that gives guys like Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, 3 Super Bowl championships. And the nucleus that has been the best in the NFL can finally say that they are a dynasty. And what a relief that is. The Chiefs just cemented themselves in the all-time history books as one of the greatest teams to ever play this game. What a time, guys. What a time, Chiefs Kingdom. Let's go celebrate this victory. Again, the Kansas City Chiefs won Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas by the final score of 25-22 in overtime. Patrick Mahomes led a game-winning drive in overtime, capped off by a Mecole Hardman touchdown catch. And the Kansas City Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. I've had an unbelievable fun time covering this team from training camp throughout the regular season, getting a gig with Bleacher Report, flying out to Arizona to cover this team, doing a watch party, getting to go to all of the Chiefs games this year that were at home, getting to go to Radio Row in Las Vegas, interviewing all these players before this game. This Super Bowl will always mean so much to me because the Chiefs were able to get it done, And I think that we're going to be talking about not only this game, but the impacts and the legacies that were defined tonight for the rest of our lives. So once again, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl 58 by the final score of 25-22. And the Kansas City Chiefs started a dynasty by winning this game tonight. For Michael Darcy for KC Sports Report and Bleacher Report, thank you for watching.